is Serena Buffalino. I am the founder of Help Heal Humanity. My career started off as a special education teacher. When my students found out that there were kids in this world that did not have the right to go to school, inspired them. The concept behind the Haiti School Building Project was a small handful of youth in Toronto would help a small handful of youth here in Haiti. The Haiti School Building Project finally opened up last year, September 2018. It has successfully been running for 7 months now, and what I have seen is nothing shy of beautiful. One person with the support of others can literally transform the planet.
Music.
I know I'm going to keep it when I redo that. I'm like, but hey, Queen.
Good morning, Ms. Beckley. How are you doing?
Showing the love, lady. Yeah, showing the love.
Because we're the BBs.
We're the BBs.
You know, and our audience dubbed us that. And isn't that really cool? You know, that our audience, that they dubbed us that we're the BBs.
Yeah. Sometimes, you know, things just formulate through your followers and through people that are watching. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, they make our job just a little bit easier, right? When we're thinking of things.
Exactly. You know, because they come on and they give us comments. And so if this is your first time here, thank you so much, number one, for being here. Yes. You know, welcome to the Time to Shine Happiness Show. And also, though, so much of what we do is a result of what our audience tells us, because you know us, this is the Time to Shine Happiness Show. Well, what makes you happy? You know, everybody's different. So if you have something that makes you happy, let us know. Tell us.
Me. Can I say something real quick before you
can say something?
I know usually you do your thing and I want to give you time for that, but I have to say, I got to give so much love, so much thankfulness to Mrs. Barbara, my other half over here. I call her the other BB.
Oh, really?
Because, yes, I'm giving you kudos, and I'm also having to hit myself. So there's two reasons. I'm giving you kudos because you introduced me, which I already kind of knew about it, but I didn't know how to get to the software. And that's chat with GPT.
GPT. Yes.
Oh my God. This woman here, right here. We always have like a status call because we talk about the show and other things and then life and everything off-site, right? And we had our talk the other day. We had our meeting, as you want to call it, status call, conversation. And she said, Barbara, guess what? She said, have you used Chat GPT? And I was like, I heard about it, but I haven't had a chance to really, oh my God, let me give you the link. She gives me the link. She gives me some tips on how to do it. We're done with the chat, okay? Now I'm by myself. She left me with this product by myself. Don't do that. Barbara, you just don't know how many things I have.
Exactly. It's,
Oh my God. This was like, I wish we all had this. I mean, and I know there's different sides to this too. We know.
Yes. But, so we can talk about that for a second.
Yeah, we can talk about
there is
Well, we could, to the benefits, and then some of the people are concerned, which, I was too, to be honest. But I mean, the biggest thing is it takes so much away time that you would have to be researching and looking at some, trying to put stuff together, and you can just go into Chat GPT. And they're not paying me to do this. Okay,
no, it's a free app.
It's a free app. Or, well, what I did is I invested. I did the $20 a month.
I did the $20 a month.
Yeah, I mean, after I played around with it so many times, I was like, oh, no, I'm upgrading. I mean, I think I upgraded in the good 30 minutes after I was using it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, I mean, and to the point that I was at a Toastmaster meeting, because, I'm in a Toastmaster professional group. And I even told them about it, because we always give something that we learned or something that, could help somebody. And they were like, they looked at me like, they said, Barbara, you look like you're a kid in a candy store. It's like you just found gold. I said, yes, it's gold. And the reason why it's gold, I mean, just with the hour, and I know, Barbara, you could sell your experience with it too, that I have put 4 ebooks together that I'm getting ready to do. I have redid my bio. So it's at 500 characters, 250 words, and 50 words. Because sometimes when you're speaking and stuff, they want smaller bios. Did all that. Did the script for my sales really generate from all the business that I'm doing. I mean, and the list goes on. Barbara, I know you're like in all.
And you know what? This show is all about having happiness. Well, when you can lessen your stress, guess what that does? Oh, who knew? Less stress, more happiness. It's a win-win situation. And the thing is that there are 2 sides to every story. So I am going to share one little thing, that because we all have to come to grips with new things. And there are the people who are absolutely totally against. There are people that are totally so over the top, but they're using it incorrectly. There is an in between, and it's part of the law of polarity. This is one of the universal laws, and you might not believe in universal laws, but they're there. It's like you might not believe in gravity, but if you walk off of a building, you are going to drop. It's a law. Anyways, the law of polarity is that there are 2 sides of every story. There's hot and cold, there is hard and soft, there is up and down. Well, AI is no different. It's a tool that has both sides of it. And when someone is going to use it for evil, they're going to use it for evil no matter what. But for those of us that are really in the realm of making a difference, we cannot possibly know everything. There are 7, like one of my favorite things, and Barb Small, well, she knows what I'm going to say. There's 7 billion people on this planet. We all think a little differently. Well, why not harness a little bit of the brains of all of those different people to give yourself ideas? Like for me, from the AI, I have found like little phrases that, that's so much better than what I was saying. Because, my other favorite thing is that you do not know what you don't know until someone else tells you something that you don't know.
Yes.
And that's where we learn. So this is just a time saver. And I feel that if you do it as a time saver, then it's a tool like anything else. Yeah. But something we played with that's fun. Yesterday, I totally redid my LinkedIn profile, and what a difference.
See, that's what I'm saying, Barbara. And that would have took me, because that's not my lane, is trying to create grammar and all that stuff. That's not my lane. So when Barbara gave me the gift of this and told me about the gift basically and showed me, I created all my bio, and they sound spectacular. I was like, wow, that's me. I was even reading it, Barbara. I had to read it twice to say, is that me that they're describing?
and to realize that it is, and to bring in the dimensions of you that you bring to the table. And so now one of the things for me now, I've realized that I'm going to go in and tweak my website, but I'm going to put in graphics that match the things that I do. Oh, wow. So that's what I'm going to play at today. But you know what? It makes me happy.
I mean, look at us. We're both like, it's like a whole different world. I mean, and it's funny because now me just getting, I mean, we talked about this Saturday, and this is what, Tuesday, and I'm already telling you all the stuff that I've done already between them times.
Exactly.
Now, another way it helps, just to give people just ideas of how this really works for you and your business. So I've been interviewing VAs, especially really, I'm holding down one VA to do lead generations and sales calls because I'm having this new probably coming up in October. So today I had to do another interview with them. Right. And I was like, okay, what questions? I said, dang, I got to put some more questions. What the Chat GPT?
What question should I
ask the person? It listed all this stuff. I was like, done.
Exactly. And that's what the spirit of this bringing in, because when you can, and when our guest gets here, Rita, how to put that into an automation. Oh, you're golden. It is golden. But one of the things of why we were talking about it a little bit was what, you know me, I love the National Day calendar. What's fun thing, because I love to have fun. And that's what this show is about. And when you can have fun, there are all the benefits, number one, of having fun, which I'm going to talk about today as our little learning experience. But one of the fun days that are on the calendar, and I would really, if you like to have fun, go to the National Day calendar, pick a day of the year and find out what day it is. If you want to do it as a calendar every day, great. If not, just find days that you pick and choose what days you want. Well, one of the ones that struck my fancy, because you know me, I love to laugh, is that there was National Food on a Stick Day.
I was still like somewhere, Barbara, somebody's making up these days.
I swear people are making these up. However, some of the ones really have historical
meaning to it. Yeah.
I was telling a friend of mine about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That was hysterical. She was like, "What?" I said, "That's where that came from." We laughed so hard.
That could be a conversation piece anywhere you go.
That can be a conversation piece. But we use these sayings that we have no idea where they came from. It's like with me, my favorite one is, as a kid, my dad always said, toe the line. Where did that come from? That was the subject of a show a couple of weeks ago of, how to toe the line. But anyways, food on a stick. There even is food on a stick is even in the Guinness World Book of Records.
Oh, Barbara, please don't tell me that.
Yes.
What? Okay, yeah, you definitely got to explain it.
Okay. 2018. Okay. 2018. So not that long ago. 2018 in Japan.
Okay.
And so guess what it was? What do you think? Food on a stick. Guinness Book of World Records.
Was it I don't know. I hate to do this, to say it like this. Was it like an egg roll?
Nope, it was just giant squid.
Oh, no.
Giant squid.
Oh my God.
And guess what? How much it weighed?
Can't even figure that out. It's on a stick?
On a stick. They put it on like one of those huge, had to be those huge skewers that they use that look like lamp pole, that it would be the size of a lamp pole. But anyways, it was 1,051 pounds.
You see my eyes, right?
1 pounds.
What?
And so they put it on a stick and had a big festival around it.
Whoa. So they put it on a stick, they cooked it, right, basically, and people were eating from it.
Yeah, it's a squid. It's like calamari. I think, squid.
It became my head is starting to spin. So the Guinness Book of Records.
Guinness Book of World Record for the largest food on a stick.
You know what, Barbara? People, we will do anything to get in history sometimes.
Exactly. But you know what? But that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. So
I never heard about squid. But
squid. 2018. I mean, but who number one, who would have thought of it?
That's what I'm saying.
Who would have thought of it? But obviously somebody did. And yet that's part of their legacy. That now that, I mean, I wonder who did it. But anyways, but it's in the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest food on a stick. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, brother. I mean, we think of food on the stick as like little
like, you know,
like bananas and cherries and chocolate covered strawberries.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you bring that up, lady? That sounds, I want some now, right? I want some right now.
Yeah. But it does bring up having fun. So why should we,
having fun and being creative? Because like you said, Barbara, who would ever thought of okay, first of all, putting the big old squid up, how many pounds? And then on top of that, somebody called or whatever and researched said, oh, we could be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Right. Exactly. But it was fun. Because so now to read about it, and having fun, that's what so one of the things this show is about, being happy. Well, being happy is having fun. Having fun is being happy. It's all connected. It's like it's the endorphins in your brain. Your brain knows, your body knows that it reduces. One of the biggest things it does is having fun reduces stress.
Yes. And then we all need that.
It reduces stress. It improves your mental health when you can laugh, because it brings you out of your survivor brain back here into your frontal brain where you're creative.
Yes.
Your frontal cortex. That's where you can think. It puts your brain, the two parts of your brain putting back together so that they work together. And one of the things that I learned this morning is that if you're having trouble doing something, crawl, because what it makes you do when you have to use two sides of your brain to crawl on your hands and knees, it puts the sides of your brains back together, so that they can mesh back together again.
Wow.
We already talked about it boosts creativity.
Yeah.
And you know what? So on the note of fun, we all have quirky things that are fun for us. So one of the things that I really encourage people to do is embrace their quirky things. So I'm going to share with you one of my quirky things.
Okay, this is going to be funny.
That is fun for me. And one time, this is like years and years, like back when I was dating. So this is like before David. Years and years and years ago. One day, my girlfriend and we were picking up her boyfriend at his, and he said, "I am so sorry, lady." He said, "I am running late." So we got there, and he says, "I'm not quite ready yet." I was like, "Okay." So there he is, fully dressed. He said, "The only thing I have to do though is I have to shave." The two of us looked at each other and said, "Can we watch?" He went, "What?" The two of us. Can we watch? Okay. Quirky thing. Well, so then that was like just we looked. Oh, you like to watch somebody shave? I said, I can remember watching my dad shave. It was soothing to me. It was fun to me. It was just, I don't know what it was. It was quirky, but never did I think I would on national TV here say that I would like this. However, when David and I got married, it would be like, oh, can I watch you shave? And so I would watch him shave quite often. I would watch him shave because it was just when we were going out. It was just something fun for me. The funny part is one day I was putting on my makeup, and he was sitting there and just watching me put on my makeup. I said, "Why are you watching me?" He said, "Because I like to watch you put on your makeup." We all have those little quirky things that we think are so. It's like, who would do that? We all have those little quirky things. So my thing for you today is, what is one quirky thing that you like to do? Admit it. Say, hey, this is one of the quirky things that I like to do, those little quirky things. And because it can bring you joy. Well, it can be fun, and it can bring you happiness.
Well, you know what, Barbara? You know I can't leave you there with just you having a quirky thing. I'm gonna have to say my quirky thing. It wouldn't be fair. It would not be fair. So one of my quirky, well, it's still there. I mean, it's not like something that, you know, one thing about with okay. This is like one of my things I like about men. Like a lot of things about men, but this is one thing. So you know how certain things make, you know, as a woman turn you on for a man.
Exactly.
So one thing that turns me on is a wonderful scent of cologne on them.
Yes.
It is not too powerful.
Yeah.
But it's just that nice, like clean, and there's certain ones. And I'm sitting there, I'll be like, so what happened? See, this is bad because sometimes I get in you travel, get in elevators, and then this guy, and the funny part is he don't even be that good looking or whatever.
Yes, but it's the
smell. Yeah, it's the scent. So I'm just sitting there, just like standing there, like, oh God, this smell is like
right. Just exactly. But you know what the thing is, those things, they bring back an emotion. They evoke a calmness, and when we can number one, admit them, bring them out, and then take the time to remember them. It is so important, especially if you are in times of stress.
Yeah.
You need to hear, right. You need to tell your brain that it's okay, that there is something on the other side of what you're feeling right at this moment of stress. So that's my thing for.
Well, before we bring on this wonderful, funnel godmother and just a joy to have back, Mrs. Rita, I wanted to say for you again, because I want to always give you the love when I can. I like what you do. You always say, Barbara, you don't know what you don't know. Right. So you just explained about, how with the stress and how the brain works and everything. See, I think we need to do more of that.
Right.
Because then we'll understand why other things should be done, like being happy, trying to laugh at times, trying to do things, because you see how much it does for our body and in our mind.
Yes. We are body, soul, and spirit.
Yeah.
And so sometimes there's a disconnect.
Yeah.
When we can reconnect, even if it's those quirky things that I can't believe I just admitted that.
You're good.
It's a point. It's a point of being authentically you.
Yeah.
What makes the quirky things in our psyche make us us?
Yeah.
And there's and we have that joy within us, but we have to choose. Final lesson for me here today. We have to choose. And not even that we have to choose. It's good for us to choose, but we get to choose.
Yes.
We get to choose the things that we can remember that can bring us joy.
Yes.
Because those are the things that when we have it within us, guess who it benefits? The people around us.
Yes. And that's the important part to me.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
When you are feeling good within you. So my lesson, embrace your quirkiness.
Embrace it. Everybody has it, just you won't admit it.
Because you know what? The final thing that I'm going to say here is you'll find somebody else who has the same quirkiness. When Irene and I looked at each other and she knew that I knew and I knew that she knew that we had that same little quirky thing. Why did we like to? And it had nothing to do with romance or anything. It was just something from my childhood. I can remember standing watching my father shave. Because lather it up and the methodical. I'm thinking it was the methodical of it. He did it exactly the same way every time.
Wow.
Because it was so methodical. So he didn't cut himself.
Yeah.
Because that was back in the day before electric razors.
Yeah, before all the new stuff now it's so much stuff. Yeah, back in the day you had to really make sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, so embrace your quirkiness.
Embrace it. So right now we're going to embrace Mrs. Rita, our funnel godmother. and queen. So with that, we're going to give our sponsors some love, and then we'll be back with
We'll be back.
Here we go.
When you do nothing, nothing happens. Best time to take action is now. This is the time to work on you and your business. So I've created a group, an online academy for professionals and entrepreneurs. Power Partners will help you to start helping yourself.
Helped me change my life and my business.
Not a Toastmasters, it's not a BNI, it's not any of these, but it is. So it's all this stuff in one place.
Get the results that you deserve right now. So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen. See you in Power Partners.
Miss Rita's back. Yay. And she's on mute.
There we go. There we go. Hi.
Hi,
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Oh, I was just loving your conversation that you were having just now. I missed what Barbara Ellison was saying was her quirky thing, but I heard Barbara Beckley about the men's cologne. And you know what? That works for me too. And it's funny because it's equally as wonderful when it's the right kind of cologne and the right amount. And it's equally such a huge turnoff when it's too much cologne or, which I think a lot of guys, I don't know what the thing is with that. They put on too much. They just,
They like to stay in it. Yeah, I hate that part too. That's the other part of it, Rita, which I'm like, ugh, that's a turn off.
And that comes into the law of polarity. There's two sides. There's yes. Absolutely.
Oh, but welcome back. See, Rita's family. She's family.
Yeah.
Yes, and I love she has the crown. I love it. So she's not just only godmother of the funnels, and she is the godmother of funnels. And she's going to get more into that. But she is also queen, because I call ladies queen. So she's doing two. She has two titles.
I need another crown.
Yes.
I need another crown.
I like that. I gotta get that. So welcome, lady. We love bringing you back on. We might have to do this as a routine. Now I'm thinking about it.
This is so good.
Thing we're having the Rita speaks or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to brag on Rita for a moment because she's not going to brag. She won't brag on herself, but I'm going to brag on her.
Gotta do it for her. I know. Go ahead.
I'm going to do it for her. Rita is a Keep expert, Keep partner. Anyways, Keep the company brought Rita to their headquarters to talk to their staff.
Wow, Rita,
they brought her. All expenses paid, had talked to the staff about the fact that the people that use her services, in addition to their program, their platform, do so much better. And I'm here to tell you, I'm one of them. I cannot get over the difference that it has had of having the hand holding of what Rita offers, because technology has not been my friend, but now it's getting to be my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, Barbara, that is so sweet. Thank you. Yes, I was thrilled to go to the Keep corporate office, and I just love working with you. And you're such a great student too.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's we have to give an applause to that, where the company is asking you to come and basically train and teach them. That is like,
so I was on a Zoom call with one man there and asking him for something specific. And he said, listen, we wanted to know if you would present at the company meeting and tell our staff, kind of how you use Keep and what it means to you. And I thought he meant on Zoom. And I thought, oh, wow, that's fantastic. And he said, well, and we want you to bring on a client with you so we can get their perspective. And I said, I know exactly who to bring. And then he said, we'll cover all your expenses. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I said to him, shut up. and he said, And I said, you are kidding me. You want me to come to Phoenix? I thought he just meant on Zoom, right? I said, yeah. And so then he said, now this woman that he's going to mention, she's a vice president of the company. And he said, yesterday Kim said during a meeting do you think Rita Thomas would like to come? And I said, get out. And he's just like, look, I don't know how this conversation is going, but I was like, me? Like, me? Are you still talking to me or someone else on the Zoom? Because I said, I didn't even know anyone at Keep knew my name, really, except for my, upline who helps me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, she didn't just know my name. She knew both of my names. And she said them both out loud, And I was just like, so the things that I'm doing, helping my clients using Keep is being noticed, which is
that's huge. Huge, Rita, huge.
Life lessons.
Yes. Yeah, take all that in. I'm glad Barbara mentioned it. And I was going to mention it because Barbara did tell me. And I said, well, if you don't mention it, we both need to mention that about what happened. And see, that's again, understanding, there's no limits in what we do. And you were just helping out people because you love the product. And look what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's the thing, is just keep doing what you're doing, and then let people, and then because people will start to notice what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes. True.
Definitely.
It's like doing this show. We've been just going along doing this show for almost 3 years now. But now it's like, oh, you're part of that show? Oh, yeah.
Every time I hear 3 years, I'm like, whoa, it's been 3 years. I can't
3 years. But let's brag on us for 1 second. We've graduated from just the little tier of the platform. Now we have our own level.
Yes. Long, yeah. When you're moving and moving up in what you're doing, you're doing something right. That's what I always say. Just like you, Rita. I mean, again, that is just phenomenal. I mean, to get to that point and because this is your business, and then you're helping people at the same time create their funnels, because that's their business and that's important. Exactly. So then
it is their business. And it's their peace of mind also, because when you don't have the right systems in place, it's just agonizing to be in business sometimes. Yeah. And feeling so inadequate, and yet you have a great product and people need it, and yet you're feeling so inadequate because you can't make the business side run.
And see, this also proves, I tell people all the time, where they're like, well, I don't know what to do with my gifts, or I don't know what this, this and what purpose. And then, stuff like this happens. I'm like, okay, it's a reach. If there's a reach, you can do things you really want to do. It's a way to do it and to be consistent with it. So when other people see you, then eventually you never know what's going to come out of that. I mean, you don't know if somebody's going to call you, you're building your empire. I mean, it's just like anything can happen.
Right. And that's what happened. I've known Rita and I've known each other for years. Wasn't ready for Rita. But what, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
It was like, I called her up and I said, okay, Rita, I'm ready. I need to get my automation. Going. Yeah. And that's the beauty of it. Is that
it is. And there's the two parts of it. So you have to be in enough pain. Right? So earlier, Barbara, you either weren't in enough pain or you didn't even know.
I didn't know
the pain or the solution was there.
I didn't know right.
And then the other side is that the solution has to be there. You have to see that there's a solution. And I'll tell you, the first 2 years, at least the first year and a half that I was a certified partner with Keep, my message was all wrong, trying to get people to understand what I could do for them. And I would say, oh, the entire universe of automation, I can do anything you need. What do you want? And they would say, I don't know. Like they didn't know. And I'm like, well, anything, just
right. But that ridiculous now. Right. And that comes back to what we talked about in the first part. You don't know what you don't know until somebody tells you something you don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And ask the questions. See, that's the other thing. Ask the questions.
We don't know what questions I was so out of, not in the clue, I had no clues, that I didn't even know what questions to ask until I had my ducks in a row. Okay, this is who I want to talk to. And that's exactly what Rita is talking about too. Who do you want to serve? And once I had that, it's like, oh, Now I need Rita to help me get the message out there.
Yes.
And just to add to that about asking questions, because sometimes, like you say, you might not know what question to ask, but like Rita said, there's a pain there somewhere.
Right.
Is it, just like you're saying, ouch, ouch, ouch. You might not know where the ouch is coming from, but you're yelling out, I need help. I have a pain, help me. And then, Rita flies in, or Barbara flies in, or I fly in and say, well, what do you need help for? Let's see. Let's kind of see what's going on there. So
Rita, tell us how you narrowed it down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I was on a one-to-one with someone that I had met in WPN. And I was kind of doing the whole, anything on automation. She said, listen, you want to know what I would buy from you? Do you want to hear? And I knew immediately that I wanted to hear what she had to say. And I was like, yep, I'm listening. Tell me. And she said, here's what I would buy from you. If you could take me from free offer to masterclass to workshop to ultimate offer, all in one system, and deliver it in a certain amount of time, let's say a month, and charge me, let's say $1,000. I would buy that all day long. She said, can you do that? I said, of course I can. I can do the entire universe of automation. But she said, if you could do those things, and here's why, here's the difference. You know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly how long it'll take, and you know exactly how much it'll cost. Right. That's what I didn't have before, was just offering, everything and
trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and expect to see if any of it stuck.
Yes. Right. So now we started that very day, and we started building fun, fast funnels, and they're fun and fast for you because I do all the work. It's a templated system, and we just take your information, plug it right in, and you have a funnel just like that works 24/7, and it'll run for years and years, and you never have to touch it. And
guess what I'm doing with Rita? Because I'm going on vacation.
Yeah.
It's going to run without me.
That's right. And when you have a funnel in place and you build it.
Is that me or Rita?
Look, well, you and I are still here. So
okay.
But we love technology. But you know what? That's one of the biggest things, that once I realized that, oh, wow, that's exactly what I need, that's when I was ready to call Rita. And now, but you know what? It's perfect timing. It's perfect timing, because when you are ready, the teacher appears. That's like right now I'm working on my branding. And because that's something that I needed, and who am I going to work with? So yesterday I was working with my branding guy of who exactly is the person that I'm going to be working with. And I'm excited about it. Wow. So because rather than it being a chore, it's like with you helping us get our visibility out there.
Yeah.
Once you have the expert that knows what you need to do, it makes it so much more fun to do what you're doing.
Yeah. Because this goes back to what you always say, Barbara. You don't know what you don't know until either you find it yourself or you have somebody that knows it. Like you said, the expertise of the branding person that you have in Rita, and you've included me. And that's your team. Sometimes that's your team when you think about it, because they are giving you something else to help you move the needle in your own business.
Exactly. And one of my favorite sayings also is that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, that's so
good. And that is absolutely the truth. Have a team around you. And so Rita is now one of my favorite pieces of my team. Partners of a team, part of my team.
Yes.
So that's what we're working on. So I'm working on my funnel so I can go on vacation and not have to think about it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You're making money as you sleep.
Sorry, I was gone there for a moment. Lost my internet.
Technology, the world.
We love technology.
Yeah. So Barbara, you can go on vacation and not think about it once. When you get back, you have appointments on your calendar. You have sales in your bank account and you have new leads in your database, and your business was running while you were gone.
Exactly. So if somebody wants to start automation, what would be the best thing to start with? That's, like I look of getting, okay. So like, where would you start?
Yeah.
I would start with, if you have a free offer, some PDF or something like that, or a how-to list, or a worksheet, or a myths versus facts or something like that. Yeah, Barbara loves that.
I did that.
Mm-hmm. So then you have the information that your ideal client wants. Mm-hmm. You put that out on a sales page, and that's how you start bringing in new leads. You can put it on your website. You can put it in your signature block, in your LinkedIn banner, in your Facebook banner. You can put that link everywhere. It's bringing new leads in. And as soon as you start getting new leads, the second thing I would do is make a nurture campaign to just keep in touch with them. A nurture campaign, really, especially early on for leads, it's important for you to let them get to know you. Don't talk about your products and your services all the time. And don't you want to buy this? And hey, I have that for you. So you want to talk about yourself, and how you came to be in business, and maybe things about your industry. Educate them and entertain them and let them get to know you. And so one campaign that I like to build for people is about 12 different little stories about maybe how you came to have the values that you do, something about growing up, something about early jobs that you had and how they helped form who you are now, but just things about you, even why your favorite color is your favorite color, just any kind of thing about you that helps them get to know you. And if they're funny, they're even better, or entertaining or unexpected, because when they see your name in their inbox, you want them to say, oh, wow, what is she sending me now? Instead of, she's in there again. You don't want anyone to say, that lady's in my inbox again. Right?
Yeah, I got enough of those.
Yeah.
Right? So you know how that feels. So if we do a 6-week nurture campaign with 2 emails a week, they're going to be excited to open them. They're going to be happy. So on one side, you're teaching the email algorithms, all those powers that be, that people like what I'm sending, and people are opening my emails. And so you're going to get a good online reputation. So when you do start making offers, they're going to go into the inbox, not the spam. The second thing is you're teaching your leads and your potential clients to open your emails, to say yes to you, to read what you send them. And they get into that habit. So then when you do make an offer, they're going to open it and read it. And because they know, like, and trust you already.
And that's the important part. Thank you for bringing that out. Yeah.
And I love to automate. A lot of people think automation only goes out to the customer, right? Or like pulling in leads and sending out emails, but you can automate things inside your company. And I love to do that. When somebody buys something from me or registers for a masterclass, I send myself a notification. This person registered, this person bought this thing. And so then I can pick up the phone and call them, especially if they bought something from me, and say, hey, thanks for buying that thing. Do you have any questions? Can I, just help you understand what you just bought? And boy, does that go a long way. People love that.
Rita, I'm glad you brought that up, because I know, another business coach that I've been having for a long time, and it's helping me with my business. And she has her membership, where she has stuff in her vault, as she calls it. And she knows every time when somebody goes in that vault and picks like one of the PDFs or anything that she's been teaching on. And one time it was weird because, I went in there after a few months. I said, oh, this is good. So I pulled it. I forgot about this, right? She calls me and she said, I hope you enjoy the PDF name and everything that, and I said, I'm looking around like, how does she know I just pulled this out of her vault? Exactly. And she said, Barbara, I get a notification every time somebody takes something or, pulls or downloads, whatever. I was like, wow.
And that is so smart.
I said, I just was wondering where you would buy my, kitchen or whatever.
Yeah, are you in my house? What's going on, right?
I was like, but yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, but that to me comes under the caring. The caring for your customers, because then that customer, guess who they are going to tell about you?
Everybody.
Everyone around them.
Yeah.
Experience. Yeah. It's the experience. I always tell people, I say, that's what I think makes a difference. Well, there's another thing that makes a difference between all of us is the experience that you give to your client. Because they want to have that. People, I love this quote. And I hate to do it. I want to mess it up. But where it said, people might not remember what you say and what you do, but they're gonna remember how you made them feel.
Right.
That's Eleanor Roosevelt.
Isn't that or
Maya Angelou? Yeah.
Oh, was that? I thought that was Eleanor Roosevelt. But either way, they're magnificent, both of them.
Yes, they both are. You're right on that one. And I just love how they say, and I always remember that. I see one thing about it, I said, if I can make a person feel a good way or something that they were confused about, and they're like, wow, after we talked, I feel much better. That makes me feel good. It makes me feel good because they had that light bulb moment, or they're doing something different now that's really pushing them in their business and what they do.
And that's so true. Like even when things go wrong. So I work with technology and I have clients, and then I have to say, look, I don't know why this is happening. I mean, I have to look into this and get back to you. And then I start to think, are they going to be glad that they paid money for me? Or, do they feel like, how do they feel about me now because I don't know the answer? But I go get the answer and I get back to them and they're just thrilled. Yeah. And so it's how you make them, if I make them feel important, like I remembered to follow up on this and now I'm getting back to you and here's the answer. It might not be the answer we wanted, but they feel like cared for.
Right.
Yeah. So you can't always have the answer they want, but at least if they feel cared for, then they're gonna like it.
And I want to say, Rita, just to add to that, you took the time. See, you took the time, and people appreciate that because you didn't have to sit there and do the research. Even after you said that, you didn't have to go. They say, "Oh well, they had to deal with it." Some people are like, "Well, it sucks to be you." I hate to say it like that. Some people say that, but you took the time to say, "You know what? I'm going to find out for it. I'm going to come back. And I'm going to say, well, you know what? After me doing some research or whatever, here you go. I wanted to make sure that you had this."
Yeah.
I mean, you got a winner in me as a client when you do stuff like that. It's like, wow, thank you.
Right. Yeah. People want to feel cared for.
Yeah.
That's one of our basic needs. They want to be cared for. They want to have fun. So when you can show like some of the things that Rita and I are doing together now, it's like, oh, okay, this can be fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a chore, which is what it was before.
Yeah.
It was a chore. It was.
When things are chores, you don't get it done.
Well, I truly believe that is part of procrastination. People just don't want to do it because it's not fun. People love to do stuff that's fun.
They do. Yeah.
They do. So why not? So let's make stuff fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I find in business, I feel like, of course, wasting money is always bad, but I can make more money. But wasting time,
you can't get it back.
You can't ever make more time. And so, and I felt this when I was first learning Keep and other systems that just took so much time. And the thing is, I didn't know if I was doing it right. And so therefore I might spend all this time and get to the end and it doesn't work because I didn't do it right, because I'm learning, right? Mm-hmm. And that's true in any system. So if saving somebody time or getting it done right the first time, straight through and faster, and then it works. Right. And then you don't have to find out, oh, it doesn't work and I don't know why. And I just spent either days or weeks trying to get it done. Mm-hmm. So,
and I'm going to tell on myself for a second is that I love when Rita's like, Barb, slow down. Don't, because I tend to be click happy a little bit. Yeah. Barb, nope, not there. come back here. And she's so patient.
Yeah, she says the patience heart and the kindness heart. I can see her with you, and you're like, she's like, okay, Barbara.
Yeah, no, Barbara.
Or I'll say, okay, you see on the left side of the page, we see this and this, and don't click yet. You see this and this, and don't click anything. We're just going right down. Go over there and follow this. Now click on that right there.
I like how Rita said, and don't click yet. And you see this and this, and don't click yet.
But the thing is that I'm going to sing her praises for 1 second more. She takes the time to know who we are. So she found out very rapidly that Barbara tends to click a little bit too quickly. And so, no, Barb, no, go to the left-hand side. No, see those yet? Not yet. And it's just part of her conversation with me now. Just nope, not yet.
That's why she's godmother.
And that's why she is the funnel godmother. And why I just really felt that because we are going into the second quarter of the year. And I truly believe that there are people out there that have spent the first quarter wondering, why aren't I further ahead?
Absolutely.
Well, part of it is that you don't have all of your automation in a row.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning of the next quarter, it was like, okay, we still have 3 quarters of the year to get it together.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because once you get it in place, then you can get to that next level, what you're trying to do. But if you keep, and I'm loving how you're like Barbara, just give you kudos too with, having Rita as the godmother funnel godmother, and everything else that she does is wonderful. And then other people that you're using, you're preparing, you're setting up, you're building the foundation, and nothing's wrong with taking that time to do that. See, some people are like, but see, I got to get this done. And, I said, well, you got to do this first.
You got to do it strategically.
Yeah, strategically. Stop saying, well, I make money, I got to do this. Well, you're not going to do anything if you don't have the stuff in place. Because when your clients do come, like Rita says, you get those emails coming in. Okay, now what? Did you get the nurturing stuff together? Did you get all that? No, because you're still being talking about, well, So, yeah, you have to have it in place.
Right. So that's like with me, I was at the point where, okay, I need to have branding. I need to have automation. And then it was like, well, Barbara, I need to do the automation first. And then, of course, when Rita and I were talking about it, and I said, well, these are the 2 things that I'm at. And she put it totally into perspective because she knew what my quandary was. She said, well, Barbara, if you did all your branding first, where were you going to send it? I went, all right.
Yeah, you have to prepare a place for all. Yeah, you need a place for all those people to go to when you attract them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because you got all these people trying it, all of a sudden like, oops, where do I send them to?
Where do I send them? So, and that was like, I knew, but it was like putting it into perspective.
Yeah.
And that's what comes from embracing somebody else's field of expertise.
Yes, definitely.
And that's why just with this going into the second quarter, it was just, Barbara, we need to have Rita on again.
Oh, yeah. I think
we
need
to do such an important time of the year.
I think we need to do Rita talk or something like a Rita's corner or something like that. Just, this could be like a 10, 15, whatever minute, just giving us some.
Exactly. Yeah. Whatever's happening. Because, as the fall approaches, of course, then we're going to all be thinking about our holiday specials. So I could come back and say here's a couple things to consider about this and how to prepare for that and make your holiday season. You can 2 and 3 and 4 times your profit and cut that much out of your workflow at the same time if you automate the right processes and market correctly.
And there's the key, the right processes.
I like how Barbara brings it home. Well, with that, Barbara, I know we are way out of time. I just noticed that because I get so engulfed when Rita comes on.
Right.
Like, what time is it? Oh, dang. No, I love you. That's why we're going to bring you back.
Yes, and I would love to come back. Yeah,
we're gonna do like I'm telling you, it's in my head about just doing like a Rita corner or some kind of, Ask Rita or something like that, I
Mm-hmm.
think that would be awesome. So thank you. Yeah, let me put in fact, talking about Ask Rita, let me put her website up here. There you go. Bingo. So please reach out to this wonderful, amazing, amazing lady. She has done some wonderful things. And Barbara, she contributes to it all the time. I haven't worked with her closely. I know it's going to happen in the near future, but I see all the things that she's doing. And for a company to call her and pay for to her to come and teach them, I mean, basically show them what she's doing because it's making a difference with clients. I don't know what other proof that you need. So with that said, thank you, Rita, so much for coming on. We, like I said, your family, you will be back. We will find some kind of Ask Rita type of thing, and we're gonna have that move. We're gonna keep it moving. So, and what we always say, Barbara, what is your tagline? You're on mute, lady.
My town siren was going off.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's make happiness the norm rather than the exception. So what are you doing today to embrace your quirkiness? And find somebody to be quirky with.
Yeah. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rita. We appreciate you so much.
Bye, everybody.